Algebra 2's last page of your multiple choice. Let's see if Mrs. Schneider cannot be an idiot on this page. One will never know. Which value to the nearest tenth is the smallest solution when f of x equals g of x? Guys, when these two things are equal, what we're doing is we're going to graph these and look for where they cross. Now, here is the deal. When they write it like this, you are looking for x values. Okay? So we're basically solving. So we're going to start by graphing the sine graph. So I'm going to go right to my calculator. 3 sine half of an x. So I'm going to go 0.5. Now remember, in your calculator, you need to put the radian symbol. Where are we at? Radian. There we go. If you are not in radian up here. Okay, and that has to be inside the parentheses after the x. Then get out -1, right? So here's your sine graph. Pretty. And then what we're going to do is we're going to graph the other one. We're going to graph g of x, which is x to the third. Get out of the exponent. Minus 2x plus 1. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look to see, sorry, I'm going to puke on that. Look to see where they cross. All right, I'm going to get this out of the way. So the easiest way, menu, 8, geometry, 1, points and lines, and 3, intersection. This is the easiest way because it's going to find every single intersection point for you. So you're going to take your little cursor and you're going to click on the blue sine graph. And then you're going to click on the red cubic. And it's going to drop all intersection points. So remember, when we're solving for f of x equal to g of x, we're looking for the x values only. And it says, to the nearest tenth, what is the smallest solution? So if I'm looking at the x values only, this is the smallest. And to the nearest tenth, it's negative 2.1. There we go. Okay. Number 22, expressed in simplest a plus bi form. You're going to have an imaginary number here. Here we go. We have to do all of this. Gross. Okie dokie. So the first thing I'm going to do, personally, is I'm going to FOIL that out. So we've got, what is wrong with me? X minus 2i times another x minus 2i. Here we go. X times x is x squared. That's minus 2xi, another minus 2xi, and negative times negative is positive 4i squared. All right, I'm going to clean that up a little bit. So we've got x squared, combine like terms, minus 4xi. Remember, I squared is negative 1, so we're going to do 4 times negative 1, which is negative 4. Okay. So we've got 7 minus 3i, that's in the front, plus my foiling, so plus all my foiling. You got to watch out for this. What this is going to do is going to change all these signs. So on the end, I'm going to have minus 4i and minus 2x squared. All right, so what I've got to do is I've got to basically just put these together in whatever order I want to. All right, so here we go. X squared, take away 2x squared is negative 1x squared. This is my only, so minus 4xi. 7 take away 4 is 3. Negative 3i, negative 4i is negative 7i. So I can put these in any order that I want, okay? Any order that I want because of the commutative property. So I got to know which one of these is the right answer, okay? So positive 3, positive 3. Negative x squared, negative x squared. Oh, so this I, oh my gosh. So the negative is going to get distributed and the I. So that's going to be negative 4xi minus 7i. Hey, there's my answer. There's my answer. Nice. Okay. Here we go, number 23, written in simplest form, the fraction. What? Remember, do not let this confuse you. All this is doing is saying that you can't have an undefined fraction. Okay, so that means nothing to us. Is equivalent to negative x, this mess, or this mess. Well, when you take a look at this stuff, it looks like it's factored. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to long divide these. I'm going to factor these, okay? So here we go. On the top, GCF is x. Leaves you with x squared minus 9. Okay, I don't like that, so I'm going to go further. X plus 3, x minus 3. There you go. That is completely factored. On the bottom, we go right to difference of squares. Deal is we have to go in the order that they give it to us. So 9 is 3 times 3, and x times x. 1 plus, 1 minus. All right, the Schneider puppies are fighting. Someone's always fighting in the Schneider house. All right, here we go. This and this are the same. Okay, you need to know these two, although they are very, very similar, they're not quite the same. When you divide opposites that are negative, you have to leave behind a negative 1. So crossed out, crossed out, crossed out, crossed out, negative 1 times x is negative x. Answer choice 1. If you can hear, Leah is singing in the background. So we've got singing, fighting, guys. We are entertaining you like no one's business today. All right. Last one, probability question. We are not going to hit this year, but here's the deal. 45% of Americans have type O blood. Random number generator. So if you generate these numbers to people, that is actually 1,000 numbers. Okay, even though it says 999, when you include 000, that's another number. So we've got 1,000 numbers. So we're saying out of those 1,000 people, 45% of them have type O blood. Well, remember, if you want to calculate a percentage very easily, if you don't know this, you do 0.45 out of 1,000. That's 450. Hopefully you knew that, but your calculator will do it for you. So we're saying 450 people have type O out of the 1,000 people that we asked, okay? So if we assigned the first 450 people type O blood, here is the trick. They want you to pick number 4, okay? Because that is 45%. The problem is, remember, when you include 0, that is an extra number. So you're only going to go to 449. This is the extra person to get you to 450. P.S. I hated that question when we did it on the Real Regents, personally. All right, that's all your multiple choice, guys. We will figure out what we're doing next. Talk to you later.